Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another pink makeup look. It's basically all I plan on wearing until Valentine's Day, essentially. And this particular look is actually going to be a recreation of Makeup by Tiffany87 over on Instagram. If you do not already follow Tiffany, she is incredibly talented. Her blending skills, I have been following her for a while, like since I would say the start of her page, and she's just grown so much. And again, her blending skills have just gotten to a level that is just insane. So if you don't follow her already, I will of course link her profile down below and you can check her out. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so as you can see, the only thing I have got on my face at the moment apart from my skin prep is my brows. I am testing a couple of products for a separate video, so I think that'll be up either Thursday or Saturday, I haven't decided yet. And we are going to jump straight into the eye look. So the great thing that Tiffany does is that she always posts 3 posts. That's a lot of time to say posts in a sentence. She always does 3 posts for one look. So she'll post a picture of the look, she'll post a video tutorial, as well as a pictorial. So it's really, really detailed and it should be really easy for us to reproduce. The first thing I'm going to do before anything else is carve out my brow and prime. And for that, I am as always going to use my P2E Space in the shade 0.5. I'm going to take my Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 61 brush in the size 8. I don't think I've ever carved out my brow while it's been fluffy before, so that's gonna be interesting. And then I'm just gonna take a fluffier brush. This is just like a concealer brush. I'm gonna add a bit more product. I'm gonna take it further down, but I'm not gonna prime the whole eyelid. And I think from Tiffany's photos that this is what she's done as well. Just because this is a full cut crease, there's no point bringing the primer on the eye because we'd just come and rub it all off afterwards. So I'm bringing it down into the crease and making sure that everything on my brow bone is blended out, and then I'm gonna bring it outwards as well. For the eyeshadow, Tiffany used the La Roche Circus Tent palette, which is a dupe for the Carnival 2 by Be Perfect. I don't have that one, but it seemed like a great occasion to play with this one again. I basically plan on only using this palette until Valentine's Day, just so you guys know. And it looks like she used 3 shades in the crease, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do as well. Now she has a very different eye shape to me, so this is where it's gonna get interested. She has more of a hooded eye, but she has a lot of brow space, whereas I kind of have like an equal amount on the lid and the brow, but my brow is really starting to droop down as I'm getting older, and that means I have to take my cut creases up really high and I don't have a lot of space to play with eyeshadow on my brow. She seems to use this type of brush a lot. This is a Sigma E36. I'm going to start off with the shade Claret over here. Pigmentation in this is absolutely lovely, and she has hers a lot higher up than I would have mine at the front. I would normally get a lot closer to the inner corner, but we're going to follow her shape, and I'm definitely already running out of shape on my brow bone, as you guys can see. But I think that actually should be more than high enough for the rest of the cut crease. And then there's not a massive amount of arch at the back. I would normally arch it quite down low and then come back up. I always do this. I'm just going to prime just a little bit more out here, take it up a little bit higher, which is what I should have done in the first place. This, I mean, I've just now taken way too much. I just want to make sure that I don't run out of base when I get to the end. There we go. Okay, I think that's going to be my basic shape. I'm just going to add a bit more product now. Do you see how little brow I have left already? It's crazy. Okay, so I think the shape is right, hopefully. And it looks like she uses this type of brush throughout the whole look. So I've just picked up a clean E36. And this time I'm gonna go into the shade Milkshake. And I'm just gonna blend, but I need to try not to go too high. And I'm sure I've said this in my review, but these shades do pick up beautifully with the Sigma E36, which just is not the case with all my eyeshadows. This is a good matte formula. For her third colour. It looks like she's used a slightly more purpley colour, which we don't have in the New Romantic, but we do have one in the Pastels palette, and I'm going to take this one here, which is called Euphoria, and in fact the one that she used in the Lorac palette was called Euphoria as well, so that is perfect. And again, I'm just taking a Sigma E36. I've kind of run out of space here, so I'm just going to make sure I'm getting that nicely blended out right at the front, and then all along the end. Oh, that is actually quite pigmented. That's really standing out. I think this is the first time that I've tried these shades with a Sigma E36, and again, that's picking up pretty well. Wouldn't really have expected that. I feel like the blending is a little bit harsh on the brow bone. I'm just taking a Morphe M514 without any product on it. It's just literally to soften that out. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly jump back into my first two shades and deepen that up. And actually again with a little bit more of Euphoria as well. Beauty Bay's eyeshadows just work so well together. Like, I do love that about them. Anyway, next up, she cuts her crease, so that is what I'm going to do next. And the technique that I like to use is to start cutting it using my P. Louise base and then come and clean that up with my micellar water. So that's just what I'm going to do, back on my Pro Arte Masterstroke brush. And I'm going to trace my shape out. Just going roughly. And then you guys know I need to see how high to take that. So I just pop some P. Louise base on my eyelid and then I look up. So I'm going to get that nice and precise now. And then I just take another of the same brush, but this is the size below, this is size 6, and some Garnier micellar water. You can see I haven't quite covered the whole lid because, again, no point. I'm going to be taking all of this off. And don't do what I always do, which I've literally just done now, which is to overload my brush and get it in my eye. So we are at this point literally just taking off all the base. And what you want to do is just get as close as possible to that line that's been drawn out with the P. Louise base and really just get all the product off. There we go, so I've completely cleaned off the area and then I've just patted it dry with a tissue as well to make sure there's no micellar water left. So the next step is to fill it in. Now, even though Tiffany has primed the brow bone using the P. Louise base, I can't remember if I said that, she doesn't actually use it for the cut crease. She uses the ABH primer, which I do really want to try as well for cut creases because I hear it's like a little bit drier, not as creamy as the P. Louise base, and especially when I'm doing a full cut crease like this, I'm not liking it as much as I used to anymore. I get this really bad creasing, so I'm not going to use it today. Instead, I'm going to try the Mica Beauty Cosmetic eye primer. It's just called an eye primer. They sent me this in PR at the same time as their On Point palette, and I haven't actually tried it yet. I thought it was going to be really thick and creamy. It's creamier, I would say, than the e.l.f. Putty primer, but it's still not too creamy, so I feel like it might be good. I'm going to try it with my PC54 from Peaches and Cream, which looks like it's nice and sharp, and I'm going to pack it on the cut crease area. It's actually quite a good match for my skin tone as well, which is quite nice, but I don't know if they make this in multiple shades. This might be their only one, possibly. And I need to get right into that edge. Okay, there we go, that's looking fairly good and fairly opaque. I might just quickly grab just another of those Pro Arte brushes and just pat on top just to make sure I'm getting rid of any excess product. Okay, right, I'm happy with that. And then for the lid shade, she uses a pink pigment from Shadow Moon Cosmetics. Let me get the name for you guys. She uses the shade Cute, which is a pink, but I don't have it. I thought it would be a good occasion to pull out my Moondust palette from Urban Decay. So I'm going to go into the shade Spectre here at the top, and I'm using a Morphe M166. And I'm literally just packing that on. It's a little bit messy at the bottom, but I can always just clean that up when I'm doing my concealer. But overall, that's quite good, I would say. Okay, so now for the fun part, we're gonna add some little hearts to the brow bone. So she used the Sufa eyeliner palettes, but I'm of course gonna use my Shein Cosmetics liners. I have got Bubblegum and I have got Polka Dot. And of course I'm using a Pro Arte Master Stroke Series 60 brush this time, and this is size 00. So she's just got little hearts. How many has she got? 7 little hearts it looks like, just along the brow bone, so that is what I'm going to draw on. Okay, I'm trying really hard to stay in frame, but this is not easy. Let me get in as close as I can. Okay, there's one. Now to do another 6. They're good. Oh my god. How have I just done that? Oh, for goodness sake. Right, let's pretend that didn't happen. Just gonna take some water. Back in with the Moondust shadow. Done. Okay, that was actually easier than I expected it to be. I'm quite happy with that. Next up, we're gonna add the black to turn it into like a leopard print. She uses a gel liner, but I think I'll just be a bit more precise if I use a pen. So I'm gonna go with my Euphoria Verified Liquid Liner, which I can't get open. There we go. It's one that's got like little brush hairs on the end, like the Kat Von D. I do store it upside down, so I'm just gonna get rid of the excess a bit, because otherwise it does actually bleed on me, which I want to avoid. So yeah, she just does like little leopard print style bits around the hearts, and then she also creates other dots and little bits around it, so that's what we're gonna do. I've just done the other eye with it and it's now really struggling. I'm gonna give it a good shake. Let's try again. Okay, I've literally just been able to do the other side. I don't really know what's going on. Oh, okay, there we go. I think it just had a bit of the liners like stuck to it almost. There we go. Okay, there we go, and then we just need to add some bits in the middle. What I have done a little bit is just wiped the end off on a tissue, because I think I just had some of the Shein liners stuck in there, but I think we should be okay now. Just adding some little dots and some little shapes. Okay, got there eventually. And then the next part I think is just to line the cut crease. So we're gonna do the darker color at the front and then into the lighter color at the back. So I'm just gonna go back in with, was it Bubblegum? And then polka dot just along the back half. I have slightly messed up at the end, so I'm going to take the Peaches and Cream brush again. I should be able to clean that up. Yeah, there we go. That's quite a nice brush for cleaning that up actually. That works really well. And then just passing on a little bit of the Urban Decay shadow. Okay guys, so I have just been babbling away doing my base, and apparently I wasn't recording anymore, so I'm really sorry about that. I have used the W7 Miracle Matte Elixir just on my forehead, nose and my cheeks. And then for foundation I used the W7 Very Vegan in the shade Buff, which I have reviewed on my channel the other day, so I will link that up if you guys want to check that out. And the point we got to was my under eye concealer, and I used the W7 Very Vegan concealer that I used the other day and really enjoyed. I'm just gonna get closer. It's looking really, really horrible, really crepey. It is just not sitting right, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's me or the product. I have started using a retinol eye cream, and I did use it 2 days in a row, so maybe that's me. It's just sitting really, really horribly, so I'm really annoyed. But we are gonna move on to powdering now, and I'm gonna use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light and just powder all of that down. I'm just gonna spray on some MAC Fix Plus Matte just to settle everything down. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the shade Bahia from Revolution Pro, just on a JH06. I feel like I don't want to be too warmed up. Just add a little bit of shape back into my face, but nothing too warm, just because we've got so much pink on the eye. And you guys know the drill. We're going to do my lower lip and the nose. And then I am also just going to contour a little bit using the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Contour in Fair. And it is a little bit pinky, so actually will work quite nicely. So now we're going to jump back into the eyes, and I'm going to go in with my NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in Crushin. Unfortunately, this is discontinued, but I'm just trying to finish it up really. So I'm just going to do my waterline with it, and then a little bit of a base as well. Just take it down here. And then I'm just going to take a Zoeva 231. Oh, just to blend it out. Finding this really ticklish today, I don't know why. So now I'm just gonna take my Sigma E36 brushes again, and I'm gonna go back in with my crease colors, going from darkest to lightest. Okay, this might be a bit dangerous. I'm gonna do my blush, and I think I want to try and use the shade Milkshake from the palette. So I'm gonna take my Iconic London brush. Yeah, I'm gonna tap off the excess on here. Oh, okay, that's actually quite nice. On a different note as well, I don't seem to be having any issues right now as I'm applying my blush. Doesn't seem to be breaking up the foundation, which is what happened the other day. So that is a good thing to know. I'm gonna bring it up into the temples as well, and a little bit on the end of the nose. So after doing the lower lash line, Tiffany does also mention using highlighter, and it looks like she's used one from, I saw this earlier, where's it gone? From Bish Beauty, the Glitter Bomb highlighter in Candy, and it looks like it has like some purpley, bluey reflex to it. I don't have that, but that is another brand that I really need to try actually. I think a Peaches and Cream pigment should work really well for that. Let me grab one. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Peaches and Cream pigment in Fantasy, and I've used this as a highlighter a few times before, and it is stunning. Don't know what that was. I'm gonna start with my PC17. Okay, so mine's gonna be a bit more pink. Oh my god, that is very pink. Oh, it's a little bit more cool toned actually than the eye. Not quite what I wanted. Oh well, I do really need to try those highlighters from Bish Beauty at some point. I'm gonna get some up here as well. And then I'll take a Zoeva 231. Very over the top, but I'm quite happy with that. And let's not forget the inner corner. I'm just gonna set that all in place with another layer of Fix Plus. Right, so I've just curled my lashes, done a coat of mascara, and for my lashes I'm going to use the Ivy lashes from By Libby Beauty, which is what I always use. She does have like individual clusters of lashes on the lower lash line. I've just tried to do it and it did not look good. So we're going to skip that. I'm just going to go and stick the lashes off camera because it'll be easier. I'm also going to go and finish off my brows, and then I'll come back to do the lips with you guys. Alright, so my lashes and my brows are now on. Let me know in the comments what you think about the brows. And as I said, the video for the brows will be coming at some point this week. Haven't quite decided when just yet. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know as soon as the video comes out. So that just leaves us with our lips. And I feel like with all these Valentine's Day looks, I'm not being very original and I keep using the same product. So today I'm switching up the products, but I'm staying in the same colors. It's all very monochromatic on my Instagram page at the moment. I'm gonna go for the shade Couture in the MUA Intense Color Lip Liner and the Velvet lipstick with the smooth matte finish. Been in lockdown for too long. So I'm just gonna start by lining my lips. I don't know why I've just filled that in. If this video feels really chaotic, by the way, I am sorry. I don't often try and film 2 videos in parallel like I am doing, and I feel like it's really messing with my brain, so sorry for the chaos. And then I'm just gonna go in with the lipstick. Well, apparently all the lip balm in the world could not save me from how crusty my lips are. Maybe we should do gloss. Let's go with the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Pretty Please. There we go. No one can tell they're crusty now. You know what? I'm gonna go in with one last layer of the Fix Plus. Why not? Guys, here is the finished look. I hope as always that you like it. Let me know in the comments whether or not you think I did a good job with recreating this one. I have to say I really like it. This definitely turned out better than I expected it to. And I think my favorite thing about it might be the actual cut crease shape itself. And the reason I say that is that I don't know, for the past like year or so, yeah, probably the last year, whenever I've done a full cut crease, there's something about the shape that just hasn't been right. And then I've spent ages taking photos of it and I don't like the shape in any of them. But like the shape for me right now is really working. I don't know if it's because I've taken it like further towards the nose, which I don't normally do, and possibly as well because I haven't used the P. Louise base. I do have some creasing, like I get creasing with everything, but it is nothing like what I normally get when I use the P. Louise base for a full cut crease. So I think I might carry on using the Mica Beauty one, see what I think of that. But yeah, I love this look. I love the extra amount of highlight that is completely unnecessary. It's just a shame that things got a little bit chaotic, I feel, in the middle where, you know, obviously I'm missing some footage. I still have to film the intro for this video, the ending of the brow one, take some pictures, take some thumbnails, and then I was really hoping to film an empties video. I don't know if I'm gonna manage to do that today or not. I don't know. I guess you'll find out this week which videos do go up and which ones don't. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. As always, if you enjoyed it, do make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of it. And if you haven't already, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys.